What is up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Shred Show Live. You can see these incredible gentlemen that I'm hanging out with today, and if you think you're going to walk away with anything else other than insane value, talking about things that are going to help you build your business and get to a better place mentally, emotionally, physically, you're going to make it happen today. I'm joined by Alex, who is the co-founder and CEO of Fuel. There's big things to come. Ladies and gentlemen, you better stay tuned because Fuel about to rock your world. And the other, you know him, you love him. I'm hanging out with Don Goettling, the co-founder of Momentum Builder, which we're talking about. The Momentum Builder event, just 2 weeks away. And now is the time to take action. Now is the time to get your ticket to surround yourself with the best of the best in the mortgage industry. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? It is time to shred. What is up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. It's hump day, and what better way to be celebrating than hanging out with Alex and Don, talking about the things you need to know to get out there and dominate. So we're so excited to be bringing you a special edition of the Shred Show on this Wednesday afternoon, and let's just dive right into it. Don, Alex, what's up, gents?
I have one question for you right off the get-go. Where is your rock star? It's got to be right there somewhere.
It's right there. Right there.
Okay. I knew it, man. You're pumped up. You're freaking going. I'm like, he's rock starring it.
Always. I never, ever get tired of your introductions, bro. For real. Like, I could take the last 100 episodes you did and put them back to back, listen to them like your favorite CD of music. CD, did I just say CD? Your favorite playlist. Does anybody even know what a CD is? That Frisbee thing that we used to have? But seriously, dude, your intros are the best. Like I can't get enough. I don't even need a rock star after listening to that.
That's why he intros us at Momentum Builder every year. There's no way you can sit back and relax and not get pumped up when Josh is in the room.
Well, absolutely. You guys are far too kind. I appreciate the kind words. You know what? I always tell people what I lack in knowledge, I make up for in enthusiasm. So I'm just over the top enthusiastic, and we go for it. But guys, what an incredible time of year. You know what's insane is we're already through the month of January. We're going into February. People in the mortgage and real estate industries in particular, they're finally starting to see this light at the end of the tunnel. We can all admit 2023, Q3, Q4, it was tough on everybody. But now more than something truly amazing. And what better way to do it than surrounding yourself with the best of the best in the industry, which, Don, that is exactly what I have been with you guys from the very beginning of Momentum Builder. And you guys continue, you and Gino and the entire Momentum Builder team, you truly come from a place of industry servitude, industry giving back and providing such an amazing event at such an affordable price. So tell us, I mean, Momentum Builder 2024, what's different this year? What can we expect?
I love that. And thanks for the tee up and the kind words as always. And you've been an inspiration for us to keep pushing forward, even despite some of the winter we've all been going through. It'd be really easy to just walk away and just say, maybe it's not the time. But you and Dave Savage's and Todd Duncan's and Alex and Barry's have helped push us to provide something that this industry has always needed. And that's where Momentum Builder started, is just providing the best resource for anybody collectively, all of us helping each other to thrive and survive in this market. And this year is really cool because we had to change it up. Everybody, I guarantee a lot of you out there are going, I've seen your list. And if you look at momentumbuilder.com and look at the list of speakers, everybody that is somebody is pretty much going to be there because they want to be, they have servant hearts. You'd be surprised, but top leaders I have found, and I know Alex will back this up, and so you, Josh, because you interview them all the time. Top leaders like to share. They love to share their knowledge. They want to pass on their knowledge. They want to help others. They're at that stage in their career where they're more successful and happier in this business. And we had the best of the best doing that. And then we changed it up to make sure it wasn't the same, because I know a lot of you will look and go, I've heard all those guys. I've heard her, I've heard him, and it's the same old, but it isn't. This year we changed it up with your help, Josh, and our think tank, and we're doing a TED Talk. They had 20 minutes to get to the point, because that's all we care about right now. Nobody wants fluff. Nobody wants rosy stories about how great things were back in the past. Right now, they want strategies that are working in today's market and know how to implement them. And that's what we've made sure that all the speakers are bringing this year.
Well, that's just it. Is everybody is you look through this speaker list and it is action packed. And again, yes, you see some of these people and you may be like, oh, I've heard them before. I've heard their story. I've heard what they talk about. Not in the way that you guys have put this together this year. It is incredibly in your face, is incredibly tactical. Again, and the entire, as you saw at the top, it's all about reboot. We've been through the difficult times. Now it's time to reboot, refocus on the actions and the activity that we need to be doing. And that's what these speakers are going to be bringing. And Alex, I know from experience and knowing you as long as I have, that's why you're going to be here. That's why you're backing this event as well, because you know how important it is for our industry to go out and hear from other leaders and get the things they need to know to go out and put them into action.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Well, first of all, hi everyone. I've been quiet. I've been, as I said to Josh before we got on this call, I'm like Dr. Dre. I've been in a lab with a pen and a pad. We're working on some things. So, hello everyone. It's been a while. I miss you all. It's nice to be back here. It's nice to participate again, and it's just exciting to be working on a brand new project that is not just for the mortgage industry, but is certainly where we're starting because we love it here. And I want to say something based on what Don said a second ago. He's like, hey, we've been through the winter. Let me tell you something. Winters are sad and scary if you don't have a sled, skis, and a snowboard to know how to take advantage of winters.
True, Dad. There you go.
100%.
So, yes, it's a winter. Do you know how to enjoy the winter? Do you know how to make the most of the winter? Do you know how to get what you can out of the winter? There are some that have, and I know you all know them, and some that just weren't prepared, just had their sandals on and ready to go to the beach. And it wasn't like that, okay? And so I also, you're absolutely right. First, I want to let everyone know that Don and I are just getting to know each other. Okay, really getting to know each other. We've met each other. We've spoken before. We're starting to get to know each other. And I love what you said a second ago, Josh. You said that Don has been doing this in this very selfless way, like giving and giving and giving. And I've seen the lineup, and I've seen the agenda, and I've seen the direction that Don has given every person that's going to show up there. And it is not to toot your own horn. It is get on stage and pour your heart out about how people can improve right now. That is what you have to do. And so for everyone listening, I don't get paid to say this. I never say anything I don't believe in it. For those of you that already know me, you know that. I'm telling you what Don is doing and the Momentum Builder team is doing is really going outside the norm of this industry. Could see it in other industry, but outside the norm of this industry and hyper-focusing on the results, and not just making people feel good and be like, oh, come out, leave your home, watch some people talk about stuff. Nope. Come with your own pen and pad and your action and be ready not just to take notes, but to take action, right? Oof. Notes are great, but those are things you find years from now go, oh, that was such a good note. I wish I would have done something with it. Don't just take notes in this Momentum Builders, take action, right? That's what this is.
It's all about taking action, Alex. And the fact that you talk about Dr. Dre, The Defiant Ones is like one of my favorite documentaries of all time. Like, it is such a cool story. If you haven't watched The Defiant Ones, go watch that documentary. It's such a cool inspiration. But you're talking, what's cool for me, Alex, in particular with you, is you are one of those leaders. You're one of the top tech leaders in our entire country. Your company has literally been on the top of some of the most prestigious lists in the world. Yes, and now you are backing, and like you said, you're not getting paid to this. You don't just put your name on anything, but nope. You see what Don and Gino and the Momentum Builder team are putting together, and you're like, I've got my full support into them. I see where they're coming from. They're coming from such a genuine and real place. So of course, I want to back, because we do. All of us, we've been part of this industry for a long time. We see the shift that is happening. We see what needs to be done. Oh, yeah. And Don, to your credit, you and your team continue to do such an amazing job, and you focus on what's really important for us as professionals.
Thank you both. I mean, what a blessing. So I want to not deviate because you do a great job with your podcast and creating value, and that's why I want to bring Alex on because he's got such good passion. What they have coming up is amazing. I love getting to know this man. It is a blessing to our industry. He hasn't been in it for as long as you and I have, but everything he's done for our industry has been for our benefit. And this new product that him and Todd have coming out is over the top. But I want to just clarify, because this isn't a toot our horn about momentum builder. This is something that's needed right now. We've all gone through a heck of a challenge. I've been in this for 36 years. I'm still in the trenches. Gio and I run a region. We have loan officers. We're doing loans. I have notes right here from loan I'm working on now. We're in the trenches. We get it. We know the pain. We know the challenges. We know the lack of inventory. We know the challenges with interest rates, but it's needed more than ever to come back together, because unfortunately COVID kind of messed us up, got us used to working from our home and, I can get all the info I can from the internet, but collaboration and being around like-minded professionals that want to succeed, not just survive, but succeed is different. And that's why we changed up the format, and the way we did our event is to bring the right people together that can all help each other, that are in it to win it, and not just there to just party, but really gather some info and network, because you don't know who you're going to meet that's going to change your life. Just like you two have absolutely changed my life for the better. It's a blessing. And that's the best part of Momentum Builders. I get to meet, not butter in your buns, but I get to meet people like you, because we have that opportunity to go meet all these industry leaders that are doing things the right way for the right reasons. And this event is no different. I plead for you to go, because you will walk away. We have 100% guarantee. I want you to walk away from that pumped up, motivated, with pages of strategies that you can implement. Not like, I can't do that. That guy's got a team of 22. No, it's going to be stuff that you can take back and be excited about, because you're like, wow, I thought it was winter. I have 15 ideas that I can implement right now or share with my team. And that's what I do. I come back pumped up to share it with my team. And I'm excited about the winter, because I'm like, no one's doing this stuff. Or only a couple of people are doing that. And that's why they're giving it away at the event. So I'm just hoping people really take action. This is not a moneymaker for us. You know that, Josh. Alex, you know how much these things are and what it takes. It's really from our passion, and we're building a community, and we want you part of the community.
Okay, so that is what I want to focus on for just a second here. Is I think sometimes people miss that aspect of it, Don, is community. Sometimes, we go to events because we're part of a mortgage company, we're part of this organization, part of that. Momentum Builder truly is. And every time I've gone, every time I've attended in person or virtually, when it was virtual, you can feel the aspect of a community. It's truly is so different than any event I've ever attended. And as all of us know, I've attended a lot over the years.
More than anyone.
All about supporting people. It's about being there, building relationships, learning from other people. And Alex, as a leader like yourself, how important is it to surround yourself with the right people, especially right now?
Always. That's the thing, Josh. That's one of the things that we'll be talking to this industry about, is we in this industry is so cyclical that we go, sky's falling, greatest thing ever. Sky's falling, greatest thing ever. Never hiring all those people again. Oh my gosh, we need as many people as we can get. It is this constant back and forth. And you do have those organizations, those leaders that say, we're not going to have this back and forth. Of course, things are going to be cyclical. Of course, things are going to happen. But we're not going to be like that ping pong, ball back and forth. We're going to set a course, and we're going to execute on our plan. And so, to answer your question, you can only execute on a plan if you're surrounded by the right people. If you're surrounded by people who are in it with you and want it the same way you want it. Now, some of those people may not be in your company, which is the point you're getting to. Some of those people are in other places who are willing to be on your team by giving you their extremely valuable advice. not for free, which is why the event isn't free, right? We don't want this to be a free event. As a matter of fact, I like that there's a price because it will show you who's in it to win it and who's hoping the market changes before they go out of business. So it's a price to pay because you're paying for that amazing advice. You're paying for that amazing information. You're paying for something that should challenge you. You should at some point in this event go, how did I not know that? That is success. That is your discomfort means you've just heard something that is going to help you make improvements and grow and evolve because you got to get uncomfortable. Not uncomfortable like, oh my gosh, where are my sales? That's a different type of uncomfortable. But oh my gosh, how do I do this? I have to do something different. That's a new muscle. It hurts a little to even think about. Great, wonderful. Get a little uncomfortable, get some advice, not free because you will pay to be there, but it's worth every penny. And in general, to answer your question, you're not hiring people that are making you better. You're not surrounding yourself with people that are challenging you, making you better. You need to take a look inside. That's all I got to say. You need to take a look
Alex,
inside.
this
I know.
is
Wow, huh?
I was gonna say, dang, I legit got goosebumps. I don't know if you guys
I
can
know.
see that.
I know.
Like, this-
I want to
that's
go to this
good.
event. Oh, wait,
But
I
Alex,
am.
you mentioned something here that I think is really impactful. And we respectfully, everybody watching and listening, we understand. And as we've already mentioned, we understand that times can be tough. But now more than ever is the time to really buckle down and invest in yourself. Alex, the fact that you mentioned that you have to be willing going to these free events, I'm not throwing shade on any of them, but when you pay to go to something, and especially when you know the person you're sitting next to, they paid to be there. They want to improve themselves. It's not a free ride. Nobody's getting a free ticket. You have to be willing to invest in yourself, show up so you can ultimately gain the knowledge. Like, look at the value you just got from Alex and from Don from right now. This is just the tip of the iceberg. This is what you can expect from this event, surrounding yourselves with people. And Don, I'm going to say this because as we put this event together, the people on stage are going to bring the fire. They're going to bring amazing value, amazing content for you. But the conversations that you're going to have in the evenings, between sessions, people like Alex, the speakers are going to be amongst you, collaborating, sharing ideas, sharing the strategies off the stage with you. That's what truly makes this event so cool. That's what makes it so different than anybody else. Speakers aren't the untouchables anymore. They come down, they mingle, and they share ideas right with you. And Don, that's how you guys put this together. Yeah.
100%. That is the cool thing that you brought up, Josh, is that our speakers and coaches and contributors, we call momentum mentors, as you are, Josh, forever. They're involved in the community. They actually we work really hard to make sure that there's great networking because it's key. That is a huge part. A lot of you go to an event for working, or they hang out with your colleagues or your team members and so forth. So how are you going to do that? So we do it in a very constructive way. Like opening night, we start with a very short opening kickoff, get ready, pumped up. We have the gun show that Josh is part of. Me. We have all the speakers on stage. We're giving you pearls when they're all up there doing this and picks and getting pumped up and sharing with you why you want to listen to their presentation the next couple of days. And then we a huge networking party right away to get you pumped up, hanging out with your friends, hanging out with your community, and getting excited about the next 2 days. That's going to be career changing. So I want to share something real quick because a lot of you are like, I can't afford to go right now. That's what I hear a lot, just so you know. And I get it. It's been tough, but these are the times you really need to lean in. So a perfect example is I've been doing this for 36 years. I've been a Duncan Knight forever. Barry Habib, Dave Savage, they're all my mentors, like really good friends and mentors have changed my career. That's why we started Momentum Builders. I want to have a resource where everybody knows where to go get the best coaching, the best tools, the best platforms, the best recordings, the best events. This is where you go. So perfect example is you would think after 36 years, we ran a team, just, 160 people doing 300 loans a month at 1.5 billion, Gino and I. So we're in the trenches. We get it. We've built big regions and we're rebuilding one now. So we're right there with you. We went from doing 300 loans a month to 40. So we get it. But what's nice is I went to this event. You know this guy? I believe he's opening and closing for our event. We went to High Trust Sales Academy, and I went to this 22 years ago, and Todd says, hey, I'm doing it in Vegas. I'd really like you to go, Don. Bring Gino and bring some of your team. All right, all right. And I will admit, you go, I don't know what I mean, it's Todd. I'm going to get something out of it, but I got a lot going on. And it's 3.5 days, very intense. You're starting at 8 a.m. You don't finish till 6 p.m. if you're lucky. And then you have homework. It was insane. But
Of course.
do you see all these tabs on this thing? The cool thing about this, after getting, as Alex said, I'm piggybacking on you, is that I had to get uncomfortable. Believe me, sitting there with Todd staring at you in a room of 100 people, it's intense. And he's going to call on you if you don't know your stuff. If you didn't do your homework, he's going to know it. And Todd is not light. He's, I'm waiting for the ruler to come out and smack you on the hand. And I walked out of there, though, pumped up and excited with 20 new ideas. 20 new ideas. And I've been in the industry and I talk with the best of the best. I still walked away with 20 new ideas. Imagine what you're going to get having 40 of the best speakers in the nation and coaches pouring their guts out for you. It's a passion play. It really is.
Let me ask you this, Don, for everyone here. Okay. Did you go to that event 20 years ago and never went back?
I went to all of his sales masteries every year after that, but I did not go back to High Trust Sales Academy until this year. And now I'm like, holy crap, I should be going to it every year, if not every few years, because it's not just what you learn, but it reminds you of what you should be doing.
So I'm asking this on purpose because everyone watching this, and again, it's not about pushing this event just to push it. It's not that. I want you to understand something. Here's a man that's telling you his team does $1.5 billion. How many of you listening can say that? I'm sorry if that hurts your feelings by me asking that question. Check yourself, okay? How many of you can say your team does 1.5 billion? I know the answer to that, right? He's telling you right now that he got on a plane and he went to an event this year, spent money to continue to reimagine what his business can look like. That's why I asked the question just now, everyone. I asked him that because he's not here saying go do stuff. I would never do it. Oh my gosh, if they do it, good for them. No, he's telling you he's doing it. He wouldn't be speaking about this. This is one of the most selfless people I've ever met, what Don is doing right here. Okay. He just told you his events don't make money for him. He can stop doing all of this. He could just be on Easy Street, but no. One of the reasons I'm such a big fan of Don and what Momentum Builder is doing is because how aligned we are with what Fuel is built to do, right? And this is exactly what Momentum Builder is here for. It's here to get you out of your chair, out of your seat, off your couch, wherever you are, and ask yourself, look in the mirror and be like, am I investing in myself this year? Am I doing it? If I'm not doing it, great. Stop, turn off the show. You don't need to watch it. If you never need to watch Shred, because Shred is always teaching you how to get a better version of yourself. Always. Look at Josh. But if you're still listening to this, grab a link. You saw it on screen and let's go. Let me meet you there. Let me help. Let all the other people help that want to help, because that's the only reason we're showing up. We're not showing up just for ourselves. We're showing up for you. There's no sales pitches.
No, Alex, you're 100% right. We show up as somebody who has attended this event year after year. Every time I go, I get something new. And to your point that you're alluding to, you go to these events, even if you've been to the event in the past, it's going to be so different, especially because the industry changes. The one constant in the industry is change. It's evolving. We as human beings have to get better. Exactly what Alex is saying. That's why I go. That's why I invest to go to these events. That's why I've literally gone. Last year, we went to over 75 events in the industry, ladies and gentlemen. Like, we went to a lot of different events. We've seen them. We've been part of them. We understand what it truly takes to add value for you as the attendee. And as Alex mentioned, Don and Gino and the entire Momentum Builder team, they come at it from such a different place, a place of servitude and a place of wanting to truly see you get better. So I'm dropping right now, guys, if you go to momentumbuilder.com, use code SHRED, or are we using code SHRED today, Don, or we got a code for them? Do we have a special code we want to share other than SHRED today? Oh, he's muted. Hold on, Don.
Shred should give them $300 off, baby.
Boom. Good. There you go. Alex mentioned you got to invest, but now we're giving you even a discount. You guys can drop in right now. Go to momentumbuilder.com, use code SHRED, and get even a little bit more. Again, they're giving back to you. They want to see you there. Now's the time to use that code to go sign up and put yourself in a better position. You want to differentiate yourself from the competition, then surround yourself with the best. Be willing to invest in yourself because your competitor probably is not going to. So you have to be willing to do this. Before we wrap things up, before we end this, because guys, this has been absolutely just the energy alone. The things that you guys have shared is just a prelude to what all of you guys can get, as I mentioned, here in just 2 short weeks, February 20th through the 22nd. Tickets are selling out quick. That email went out today. What I love about this event too is they're limiting it. It's not as many people as they can fit in a room. This is a small community of people that are coming together because they are like-minded. So make sure you get your tickets February 20th through the 22nd in Las Vegas. Come hang out with me. Come hang out with Don. Come hang out with Alex because it is going to be amazing. Alex, real quick, before we start wrapping things up, I'm going to give Don the final word, but I know some big things are coming with Fuel. Can you give us a little tidbit? Can you share with us what's going down, brother?
So, look, just if you know these brands, you'll understand what we're thinking about. So we took the best of Masterclass, the best of Peloton, and we put them together. And exactly what you just said. Masterclass is about education. Peloton is about performance. How do we marry that in a micro learning environment, which is a brand new technology that we've rolled out? It's really special. It's really cool. And you said a second ago, the only constant is change. Well, we are bringing the world's smartest people in sales, management, leadership, executives, personal development, mindset to teach micro courses in Fuel that is all testing for performance. Every course is about how do we improve your performance. It's all about performance. And so more is going to be unveiled at Momentum Builder, right? You can send people, if they want to go to myfuel.io, they can go to myfuel.io. It will give you all a little bit more of an insight as to what we're doing. It won't reveal everything. We're accepting applications right now for both instructors and for partners, not looking for any customers, just partners who want to prove that creating a standard of performance in your industry, right? In your industry, in your company, creating a standard of performance. Think professional sports. They don't allow everyone, which is why we love it, which is why we've never ever said, remember when sports was good in 2003? No, you don't say that. We break records every day in professional sports because it only gets better. How can we create a level of performance that is a standard in your company or your industry, and we never allow anyone to go below that standard of performance? And watch what happens to your industry, watch what happens to your company, watch what happens to your team. So we have a big thesis. You'll hear about it at Momentum Builders. You'll hear about it again afterwards as we start to get more public about it. But this is all about performance and finding those peak levels of performance of people on your team. And so think about this. I'll end with this. Every single person has a peak level of performance. Does that mean all of them can play like Michael Jordan? The answer is no. That is not even what we're trying to do here. But everyone does have a peak level of performance. And if their peak level of performance doesn't meet your minimum standards, why are they playing for your team? And how do you discover that? And how do you inspire that? Reach for those peak levels. That's what Fuel's about. We'll talk about more of that in Momentum Builder.
Gosh, I want to go to Momentum Builder just to get the more insights on this. So
what do you see? I got some insights. Woo! It is. Josh, you're going to freak because you're about performance. Because Josh is an athlete like us, and athletes know that the levels you have to play and how much you practice more than you play. You work harder than everyone else. I mean, these are things. I mean, if you look behind me, Josh knows we share books all the time. All I do is go through book after book after book of learning how to raise the bar. That's why I went with Tom Duncan's. I get uncomfortable all the time. I just told Josh that I'm thinking about, I actually invited Josh to go ride 1,500 miles over 8 days through rocks, desert, dirt, and everything. Why am I doing that at my age? It makes me uncomfortable. It makes me lean in. It makes me work harder and have a goal, and I want everybody to have that.
Can I share some psychology about that, Don, real quick? And then I know we have to wrap it up. Do you know that there's a part of your brain, and athletes and entrepreneurs have this part of their brain is enlarged. The more times you make yourself uncomfortable to get something done, it's, I hate this. And you do it and power through it, this part of your brain gets bigger. And when this part of your brain gets bigger, it actually makes the rest of your brain function better. It makes decision-making faster, clearer, smarter. You remember things from, I forget the name. I wish I could remember the name of this one little area. I can find out from some neuroscientists for you, but it is incredible. So why are athletes and entrepreneurs constantly reaching new heights, and we're the ones reading about them and seeing them on magazines? Because when you push through that barrier of uncomfortableness, it unlocks all the possibilities in your mind. Like, it makes everything work better. So just think about that too.
Oof.
Boom.
There you go. Unlock.
I don't know.
You got to get, I
Mic
say there's
drop
nothing,
right
what better way to end. If you really want to learn from people like Alex, from people like Don, from so many other amazing speakers, get your ticket right now. Go to momentumbuilder.com, use code SHRED at checkout to get an insane discount that, again, there's no reason you shouldn't be there surrounding yourself with the best of the best. This is just a small little piece of what you can expect to get there.
That's all the fun. We know how to have fun. Gino and I are about fun. Trust me, between the networking events, we have networking breakfast, and then we're partying at On the Record at one of the coolest nightclubs. This is
venues.
where Usher throws his parties. That's where we're throwing our after party, where we can all celebrate, killing it for 2 days and being excited about 2024.
This venue is amazing. This event is incredible. You're not going to want to miss this. Go to Momentum Builder right now to get your tickets before they run out. You don't want to be kicking yourself saying, oh, I should have. Just take action. Make it happen right now. We can't wait to see you February 20th through the 22nd at Momentum Builder 2024 down in Las Vegas. Don, Alex, thank you guys so much. This has been such an incredible show. And thank all of you for showing up, being part of what we're doing. As always, we appreciate you. We love you. Now it's time for all of you to go shred, go show up, hustle, repeat every day. See ya.